Hi, we're Davinia and Johnny Mathers, and we're around 130 hectares. I think we're about the 5th generation to have farmed here for our family. We've started this wetland project with Tony, and yeah, it's sort of been ongoing from there. When I was a kid, there was nowhere near as many willows in here. There's a lot more ferns and flaxes and stuff, but yeah, the willows have really taken hold now and starting to choke everything out. We've had a team in drilling and spraying these willows. As you can see, they've had a pretty good kill here, which has really opened the light up for some of these younger plants to come through. It's a rather large wetland, so they're just going to have to do a bit at a time and keep chipping away. There is a huge amount of young natives and flaxes and carex already in here, and by letting that light in, you can see they've already jumped up since we've sprayed this only, 6 months ago. So we're kind of hoping they're going to take over before any weeds can set in, and it'll hopefully revert back to how it used to look. Yeah, well, you can see the big difference between the crack willows and the grey willows, how these hang on to their leaves a lot longer, and they choke the they definitely choke the bush out a lot more, don't they? So the crack willows get right up above it and let a wee bit of light in, but yeah, these wee plants hardly have a chance, do they? Right, yeah, well, the next job will be shifting the fences off the creek a bit further, and then look at replanting around here and getting some more natives and tidying that up a bit anyway. Well, we'd like to put a little bridge in so we can cross the creek so you can get into the main area in here, and then yeah, it could be opened up for schools to come into, or the catchment group. They've been out here once, so they might want to have some discussions out here about what's going on, and hopefully we can get some more plants put in there and just keep growing it. Well, we've got another couple of wetlands on the farm. One we've already sprayed out. That's actually growing back quite well, but there's another one there, and yeah, I think the main thing will be getting the fences shifted back out again, and yeah, having a crack at just start spraying these willows out and just start a wee bit at a time and try not to take on too much at once, otherwise it can get a bit overwhelming. There's plenty of carexes and there's a few native ferns and stuff all through here. There's quite a few birds in here too. I noticed there's a wee owl here the other day, and the bird life here is only going to get better as the natives grow more and opens things up, yeah. But it'd be quite nice to maybe plant something back in here that was originally here. One thing when we did our first wetland was we weren't prepared for the amount of possums that were actually living in there, because you take away their food source and then they eat all the young natives, and they did quite a bit of damage in the first winter. So yeah, we had to do a fair bit of pest control there. Our catchment group, we test the Sweet Creek catchment every 3 months, so we do 4 tests a year, and just keep an eye on and trying to find a baseline on what's actually happening with the water quality around here, which has been pretty good really so far. So it's good to get them results and see what's actually happening. The Land Care Trust has been great because they've done the funding for this, and we've had a lot of help from ECAN and Jason and Anna, and yeah, it's a lot of help out there and a lot of support. You've just got to ask, and yeah, and the funding's amazing, because we probably couldn't afford to have done this ourselves. So yeah, you only have to ask. Well, Fonterra had some money to spend in our catchment area here, so they did some poisoning in another wetland, which has been very successful, and they've just done another follow-up. And yeah, they've given us some more funding for some more planting, so we're just going to keep plugging away and planting this creek out until we get it all planted out one day. But it's a very long-term project, probably generational to be fair, but you've got to just start somewhere and keep chipping away. This wetland's not just ours, it runs into the neighbours, it runs through another neighbours, and they're all doing their bit to help fence it and plant it out. And yeah, so it's not just a farm thing, it's a community thing, and the catchment group's been great giving out information and very helpful.
Well, Johnny and I are really excited about the ecology of this farm. We just see it as being a real good foundation for our children and then future generations. So we just want to make sure that we're looking after it as well as we can so that it can be enjoyed long term. This part of our business is really important, and we have had excellent support from the Land Care Trust, really pushing us in the right direction, giving us the correct information and supporting us with getting the work done. So it is a big job, but we felt really good about getting stuck in with it. It's a
Absolutely.
collaboration. Everyone has
Yeah.
to work in together for
Yeah.
the end result.
Totally.
And the
Yeah.
end result really is to ensure what we have here we're going to have in 100 years and we can continue to farm.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's actually just all a waste of time.